everybody. Hello, drummers all over the world. I'm Gregg Bissonette, and I'm here live on Drum Channel. And we are going to be talking today about, among other things, my new CD that's just come out. It's available on iTunes and Amazon. It's called Warning, Will Robinson. My brother Matt wrote all the songs and played bass and sang background vocals and produced it, and it's his label. And what a great honor to be able to do this album. We're going to start off right now by playing a song called Let It Loose. One of the great things about this CD is there's two CDs, and one is the CD that's mixed and mastered with the drums. The other CD is a play-along without drums. And as a bonus, my good friend Chris Brady is a great transcriber, and he's transcribed or written cheat sheet charts that you can download for free here on Drum Channel, but also on my website, www.greggbissonette.com, for free. So you can download these charts, these ones I'm going to be looking at right here, for free. So you're allowed to go ahead and just hit the download on my website and get these charts for free and play along with them. They're cheat sheet charts, so they're made to show you where you are in the form of the song. It's not every little drum fill written out. It's not every beat written out, but some of the beats and some of the fills are written out. This first tune I'm going to play here is called Let It Loose, and this is written by my brother Matt and a great friend, Ellis Hall, who's a wonderful singer. He sings lead on this, and he also plays B3. And Danny Jacob, a great guitar player, plays guitar fantastically on this. My brother Matt on bass, and I'm playing drums, of course. It's my CD. And one of the cool things about this CD is that it's my brother producing it, and he said, play drum solos. Play a lot of drum solos. I think every song on the album has a drum solo, except this one. But there's a lot of drummy stuff, kind of a la David Garibaldi and Tower of Power-ish, linear kind of beats. So the song is about a guy that's afraid to dance. He goes out to a club. He wants to dance, but once he gets there, he freezes. So we're saying, get out and let it loose. You know, don't be afraid to get on the dance floor and dance. So here we go with a song called Let It Loose. All right.
Come on and rock that press and happy feet while you can.
All right, thank you. Thank you to our in-house audience over here. And thank you very much for tuning in all over el mundo. So I'd just like to let you know that if you have any questions at all, we're going to be back in a little bit here after a break. But if you've got any questions you'd like to chime in with, we're going to have a very special guest. My good friend Cobus is going to be here joining me. We're going to play some double drums. I want to tell you about my Groove Camp. For those of you watching it live today, my Groove Camp is in wonderful Thousand Oaks, California, March 14th, 15th, and 16th at the Hampton Inn in Thousand Oaks, California, scenic Thousand Oaks, where they shot Gunsmoke, Chuck Connor's Rifleman. I'll tell you, it's good to be in Thousand Oaks. But anyway, we're in Oxnard right now, the home of the Strawberries and Drum Channel. So if you have any questions at all, just you can have them just go to DC Downloads and if you want to get into a chat kind of thing, go to drumchannel.com or tweet us at drumchannel. We have something to announce that's really important. We hit 50,000 YouTube transcribers. Yeah! So give it up for the 50,000 YouTube subscribers. So anyway, we're going to be back in just a little bit. And we're going to talk a little bit more, and maybe I should play my other song right now. I have another song that I could play. Why don't we do that? This is a song called After All. And After All is a song that was, again, written by my brother Matt, but it basically is a tribute to a very good friend of ours, Bob Birch. Wonderful friend and wonderful bass player. And this song features Doug Bossy on guitars, and he plays the solo. It also features George Bernhardt on guitars. Those two guys are my brother, and I had a band called the Mustard Seeds. So this is kind of a little Mustard Seeds reunion right here. It's a song called After All, and it kind of goes through some different styles. Again, you can download the charts for free, the Chris Brady cheat sheet charts for free on my website. Just hit download charts, but try to buy the CD if you can, from Amazon or from iTunes. This is going to start off with kind of a Stuart Copeland-y intro. And then it'll go into a beat that's kind of got a little bit of an inspiration from Tomorrow Never Knows, Ringo's Tomorrow Never Knows, with the dugit, dugit, dugit. He plays dugit with the left hand. And then it goes into a dubstep feel, kind of like Skrillex, with live drums. Then it goes back to a verse, and you'll see in the chart, B section, halftime dubstep, intro, then there's a guitar solo. And over the guitar solo, you'll see where it says on the second page, guitar solo, the figure, doom, doom, baka-duka, 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 doom, gong, 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 taka-duka, 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 doom, gong, gong. It's all orchestrated, again, by my brother Matt, who wrote all the stuff and came up with all the parts. Then I do a little nod to come together. Doom, 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 blushta, 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 blushta. For those of you that don't know the blushta or have forgotten it, it's basically just a left flam, right left, and a right right left. The first note being on the small tom. Rim shot all the lefts. So that's in there on the drum solo. Then there's a drum solo over a vamp, and then we chorus out. So here is After All, and the good thing about this CD with the play along with no drums is you're going to have click counting you off and click in all the places where there's no drums. So here we go, After All. right, that's our next song that we're going to play. But we're going to do that in a little bit, and we're going to play that with the one and only Cobus, my good friend Cobus. We're going to talk to Cobus. We're going to get a chance to visit and see what he's been up to lately. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of good questions hopefully coming up here soon. So is it time for a break, you think?
Yeah, let's hear a little bit of what Chad's doing.
We're going to take a little break, and we're going to have you right now take a look and check out Chad Smith's show on drumchannel.com. Check it out.
Welcome to the Chad Smith Show. It's a show where Chad Smith does whatever he wants with whoever he wants. Hopefully, he won't make your mother upset, and he'll talk about drums with nice language. But then again, you just never know what will come out of his mouth. Consider yourself warned. Enjoy.
We're going to go over to the therapy room now. I'm going to go get a shrink session now. I got a little tendonitis from all this traveling and touring and playing, so I have a physiotherapist to come to the show.
All right, come over this way though, Chad. You can be like kind of offset here with your legs that way, and I need your shoulder actually off the table just a bit. All right. All right.
Very demanding.
Yeah, I know. These are nerve stretches, okay? This is gonna stretch your radial nerve here, all right, Chad? You can just relax here. You tell me when you get a good stretch at first, though, okay? I'm gonna drop you down there. Let me know if it hurts your shoulder at all, all right? Tell me when you first start to stretch it up. Just doing this way there.
All right, everybody, we're back here on Drum Channel Live. And I'm really honored to be able to talk about my new CD, Warning Will Robinson, to talk about my Groove Camp. I think last year we had the furthest traveled camper came from Edinburgh, Scotland. It was a gal that flew all the way over here to LA to be at my Groove Camp. In the Groove Camp, it doesn't matter how old you are, how long you've been playing, what level you're at. It's just about trying to have fun and learn about different grooves. And there are so many grooves that we talk about. We talk about everything from pop rock to hard rock to double bass to bebop to playing with brushes, playing all different types of country music, all different types of Latin music. I know that's a big umbrella. We cover Brazilian sambas where we all play together. And if you're beginning and you're just learning how to hold your sticks, you can listen and absorb, but you can also play along. Everybody's got practice pad kits, and there's a couple other kits in the room so we can play, get a lot of hands-on playing. There's 24 full hours of hands-on playing because it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and 24 hours of 8 hours a day, 3 days. And we cover chart reading, we cover lots of different styles, R&B, punk, how to play sambas, how to play Afro-Cuban music, how to play just any style that comes to mind, we'll cover it. So don't feel like, oh, I don't know this style or I'm new at this. It's all about learning and growing and having a great time. So anyway, that's March 14th, 15th, and 16th here in Thousand Oaks. You can sign up on my website. You can get on my website and sign up and make reservations and the whole thing. But right now, without further ado, my good friend Cobus.
How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Please pull up a chair.
Your album sounds amazing.
Oh, thank you, Cobus.
It sounds so good.
I'm so excited we're going to get to play double drums in a little
I
bit.
know. I'm a little nervous.
Get out of here. You're such a
There's
great
people and
drummer.
everything, man.
People here, people there, people running everywhere, all of confusion. So anyway, Cobus has, for the last hour and a half, I said, hey, what about, kind of spur of the moment, what if you what if first I'm going to give you a CD. He said, oh, thanks. What if you check out this song, Warning Will Robinson? And we just ran it over. He's a quick study, man. You got it nailed, brother. And your time and your groove is so good.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That's such a huge compliment coming from you.
Buddy, thank you. You know, when you play double drums with somebody, you can really tell you're a song drummer. And I've known that for years.
Cool,
you
man.
have got so many great clips on the internet with you playing songs. You show people how to play this song, how to play that song, because you love the music, and you're not just you have great chops, but you play musically with bands, and that's what you've shown us over the years. But tell us about your band, Ventura Lights, and what you've been up to.
Cool. First off, thank you so much. That's huge. I want to make what you just said like the ringtone on my phone or something. That's amazing. That's so encouraging. I really appreciate that.
It's the truth.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, so I've always wanted to, I mean, I love the covers. Like, who doesn't love playing along to their favorite songs?
Exactly.
You know? So I love the covers. I'll always keep doing the covers as long as I can, but I've always wanted to do original material. And so the band is kind of that coming to life, you know? Like, I did a Kickstarter campaign to fund this whole project, and I auditioned the guys via using YouTube.
Is that how it went down?
Yeah.
You found the guys via YouTube?
Via YouTube, yeah. And so I flew them to LA, and in this room, we wrote the album in about a week.
The whole album in a week?
With demos. We had some demos done beforehand.
Demos, okay.
Just want to be crystal clear.
Yeah.
Before people think we did the whole thing in a week. But we used the demos, and we kind of, I mean, we met on like the Thursday, and the Friday we played together for the very first time in our lives.
Wow.
And then we had a week to finish the album, and then the rest of the time we spent tracking it. So in this room.
And you've been touring as well.
We want to tour. That's the next step.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's hopefully going to happen as soon as we can get the funds raised to make it happen, because it's really expensive. But
it is expensive.
Yeah, but we really want to play live and start touring.
And you've recently been back to South Africa?
Yeah, I went home for a month and a half.
Nice.
But it's amazing. Between
I've never been.
December and January, you should come.
I would love to come down.
I would hook you up.
Please.
I'll show you around.
Please.
Seriously.
Please.
Not just for the cameras. Legit.
Okay, he speaks the truth.
If
this is an honest guy right here.
If you want to come visit me in South Africa, I'll show you around.
From Oxnard to South Africa.
Totally. It'll happen.
Thank you,
I take you to the Kruger National Park. I'll take you to Eastern Cape, Cape Town.
Okay, you got a deal.
Seriously.
And we can play double drums in your hood.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Well, buddy, thanks for learning this song.
Awesome. Cool, man. It's going to be fun.
Basically, in a nutshell, this was my brother's idea. My brother, Matt, is my best pal, and he said, what do you say you do another solo album? And I said, oh, really? It's a lot of work, you know. And labels, you know, am I going to go around looking for a label? He goes, I'll be the label. I'll write the songs. I'll produce it. I'll tell you what to play and what to sing, and that's how it went down. He wrote 8 great songs. He said, what kind of feels would you like? And he and I are big, you know, fans of the Beatles and Foo Fighters and King's X. And we had a band called the Mustard Seeds. What if it's kind of Mustard Seeds meets, you know, like Skrillex dubstep and crazy guitar sound and drum solos on every song? And so I said, I'm sold, let's go. So he's in Anaheim, I'm around this neck of the woods, Thousand Oaks area, so we just said, let's meet, and I went to his studio and we did it, and it's done. We made the inside kind of look like a junior high yearbook. Like, there's my picture and my daughter, my son and my sister who sang on it, and my brother and his wife and his sons who sang on it, and all the guitar players, Doug, Bossy, George Bernhardt, all the guys.
Who's this guy?
And that's the alien. We
see.
had to have the alien because we went for the Lost in Space theme.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
My good friend
Gotta
John
have an alien.
Gotta have an alien. My good friend John Achenbach, who drew my Submarine album cover 10 years ago, he drew me as a Simpsons kind of character. You know?
Oh, that's
and
cool.
he's a major artist pal and guitar player pal. He's right here. But anyway, so there's me when I was about 13 playing at Roma Hall in Detroit, Michigan for a wedding, an Italian wedding. Here's a picture of my dad playing drums on his kit when he was about 17, Bud Bissonette.
Wow.
My mom playing piano, and there I am. And
That's so
my
rad.
sister's singing on it, my kids know I'm Mary, and it's just a great honor.
I have to say though, it's the songs, the album sounds like a labor of love. That's what it sounds like.
Thank you.
It doesn't, and I mean, I have no experience with labels, so nothing negative against labels, but it doesn't sound like the conventional label-influenced album. It sounds like a complete labor of love.
There was nobody telling us what to do, or what not to do.
And see, it was great for us when we did the album in this room as well. It was the same thing. We had a friend of ours, Steve Klassen, he helped us produce the album, which was so important. Producer has such a big effect, especially if he's a good producer. And so that was really important, but we had nobody saying, be more commercial. or
Yeah.
be less commercial, or
Yeah.
do this or do that. We just made the music that we wanted to make, and I think it sounds like that, you know.
Well, one of the things my brother referenced was, I don't know how much you're into like Billy Cobham albums from the 70s, but he had this one album called Spectrum.
Yeah.
And on Spectrum, he would go in between the songs with crazy avant-garde drum solos. So before this one song called Want Me to Be, he said, what if you just go and play an AABA jazz song, and then do all your fun, jazzy kind of Tony Williams-ish,
Yeah.
although nobody could ever play like Tony Williams, but just go for it, and then do a Billy Cobham roll. You know, okay. And nobody said no, because
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
no big suit guy going, you can't do that. You
That's
know.
not ready for radio.
It's not ready for radio. But we have this one song called Starbucks is My American Embassy, because we're both on the road, and he's on the road a lot. So he says, when I go on the road and I'm staying at a hotel, sometimes I just want to go down the road and for $15, get a yogurt and an oatmeal and a coffee and a, you know, for breakfast. you
Yeah.
know. So he labeled all the songs in the world, you know, that he could think of that have Starbucks, and that's pretty much the lyrics.
That's
Starbucks
right.
is my American Embassy, you know, just like a dance tune. And so
I don't think we
anyway.
have a Starbucks in South Africa.
You don't have a Starbucks?
We
in
don't.
South Africa?
So tell him you shouldn't tour to South
I
Africa.
don't think you put Jamestown in there. Nope, it's not in there. So man, what a groove to be able to come out of here to Drum Channel. You know, I'm a little nervous because one of my drumming heroes is sitting over there. The internet viral Dean Zimmer is in the house.
Yes.
The Dean man, Dean Zimmer. Can we get a camera on the Dean man?
What a legend.
Dean Zimmer! You might have seen Dean's awesome video, YouTube video that's all over the place. And Dean is just an inspiration.
Yeah, man.
Never complains about anything and just gets up there and kicks some serious patootie. So,
Cool, man.
man, so anyway, we'll play that song in a little bit.
Okay.
What about questions? If people want to ask questions, could you maybe help me? And you're such a great hosting guy. Do we have any questions that you could maybe bring up here?
Well, have you done the one from Alex?
Can you be Alex?
Oh, see, Alex is from Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee.
So should I do that accent?
If you can, I know you're from South Africa, but if you
The
can
only
do it,
accent I can do is American Southern accent.
that's pretty good there.
I don't even know what happened with
That's
my
pretty
voice
good.
just now.
Alex, what's your question from
I'm so
Nashville?
bad. If you play along to a song and don't use a click track, could it get you into bad habits if the time is not even?
That is darn good. How about a hand for that Tennessee accent?
That's so bad.
That is really good. You know,
Sympathy clap, you guys.
that's where
Sympathy
Jed
clap.
Clampett moved away from to come here. You know? And I love Nashville. Believe me, I love it. But that was good. What's Ellie Mae up to? That's what I want to know. She was on the Beverly Hillbillies. If you don't play with a click track, Alex is your name?
Yeah, Alex is my name.
It's his name. Alex, if you don't play with a click and you get into bad habits, for instance, I always have a little song starter before every song and after every song, and I'll get a little tempo. Thank you very much. Here we're gonna go into, and I just go click, click, click,
Yeah.
turn it off, and I started the song at least the right tempo.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the song, I wonder how I did. Click, click, and you either do a Homer Simpson, or you go, all right, we kind of held it. But that's what we have to do as drummers. We have to really hold
Yeah.
the tempo. And click tracks we've got another question. Where is this person from?
South Dakota.
So, can you do kind of a South Dakota, eh? Dean's from South Dakota up there. He's from kind of Fargo.
I feel like I've already offended a lot of people.
Come on, we
I don't
love
think
it.
if I should keep doing this. Maybe I'll try like a normal American accent.
I'll try to do more South African with the. I love the way you do the whole thing. This is where we do all the mixing. Right? It's kind of English, but it's not English. So we can make fun of all accents. Come on, South Dakota, Fargo, eh? What do you think, eh? Who's this question from, eh?
You should do that. I'll just read it in an American accent.
Okay.
Where is that? Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls, South
Sioux
Dakota,
Falls.
where Dean Zimmer and Mark Cranny and Dean Zimmer. Two of my
Nice.
favorite drummers, both.
You
from
know
there.
what? I'm gonna just read this in a South African
Okay.
accent.
South African, South Dakota.
Before I get hate mail or anything.
Okay.
Thanks for your lessons on Drum Channel. Recently, I was asked to play a tumbao. What is this?
A tumbao is
Tumbao.
A tumbao is kind of more like the. When I think somebody says play a tumbao, play like the almost Brazilian samba-ish with that extra. And you can have tumbao in a lot of street music. They'll say make it I think of almost dubstep. If you're playing boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, wow, that's what I think as a guy from Detroit. What do I know about tumbao? I wouldn't know a tumbao if it bit me in a dark alley. But in Sioux Falls, we do a lot of things, by Mount Rushmore and everything. Mark Cranny, one of my favorite drummers, brother to brother, Gino Vanelli, Jethro Tull, one of my heroes and my roommate for a long time. We lost Mark a few years back. What a great, great drummer. But he's from South Dakota too, eh? Right, Dean? Yeah. So that's my little bit on the tumbao. I see another question.
Oh,
what
I see.
accent could this be?
New York.
Oh.
I wish I could do that accent.
Let me hear you say something like this. Come on, give it to me.
Something like this.
Give me that kind of. What are you talking about over there?
No. I'm going to offend so many people.
Who cares?
No.
Come on.
I refuse to.
Okay.
Bastian from New York says, no, I'm just kidding.
That's good.
If I can only find 30 minutes a day to practice, how should I break it up to improve my speed and timing? That's a very good question.
If you've only got 30 minutes to practice, Bastian, I wouldn't be working on your speed. Because, speed isn't everything. I'd be working on your groove. Now, you can incorporate the groove and the speed, but you got to work on, here's what I do, Bastian. I work on my groove by, if I've only got 30 minutes, I'll take some kind of recording device. It could be your iPhone, it could be whatever, and you put it over there and you hit record and you play with a click for a minute. Then you turn off that click and you play for another minute and you see, wow, I wonder how I did. Well, stop playing, go over and hit your recording device and go, okay, I'm grooving pretty well while the click's on. Ooh, I'm not grooving anymore. The click's not on. I'm drifting. Now, while you're doing that, you're welcome to trade fours with yourself. You can work on your groove and work on your speed at the same time. But sitting in a room for 30 minutes a day and you're not working on anything else but your speed, nobody's going to hire you to be in a band because you can play fast. A lot of people will hire you to be in a band if you can groove and you can play lots of different tempos. A lot of drummers can play fast, and Cobus can play fast, but he can groove, as you'll see in a little bit. That's what people want to hear. Drummers that can groove and can play songs. And then if you get a drum solo or you get a chance to show off with speed, you can do it. But if you've only got 30 minutes a day with school, work, whatever it is, take that 30 minutes and work on listening to yourself play a groove. Because you don't usually have a teacher when you're sitting in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
You can take lessons, but you got to be your own teacher. And when you put on a click track for a minute, and then you groove or solo or whatever you want to do for another minute, and then you listen, that time that you listen is when you go, wow. When I do, I rushed it. When I did this, I dragged it.
Yeah.
Let me try it again. And that's why so many recording session drummers, I don't care if it's Steve Gadd or Jeff Porcaro or Vinnie Colaiuta or Abe Laboriel Jr. or Josh Freese or Jim Keltner, they every single day are in the studio playing, and then you go in and you listen.
Yeah.
Wow, I should do another take. And then you play and you listen. And that's what you can do with that 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Is be your own teacher. What about you? Do you have any advice?
No, I agree. If you have 30 minutes, to me, 30 minutes is like one segment of practicing. Like if you have an hour and a half, you can do 3 different things.
Yep.
But if you just have 30 minutes, that's
not
pretty
a lot.
much one thing
Yeah.
for me. So if I had 30 minutes, you know what I would do? I would spend 20 of those 30 minutes playing along to my favorite songs.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I would spend the other 10 minutes like working on, like you said, like recording
Technique.
myself and technique and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't play with songs enough anymore, and they don't play with bands enough.
Yeah.
Funny thing is Ringo, I get to be, Ringo's drummer again this summer. We're going on a fun all-star tour, and he said something to me once. I was practicing before the show, and he says, "Are you really going to do that on stage tonight?" I said, no. He never really played the drums much if he wasn't playing with the guys.
That's amazing.
He made music. That's where he learned to play, was playing songs.
Yeah.
That's why he's my favorite song drummer in the world.
Yeah.
My hero drummer of all time, And it's about playing songs, I think. And
Yeah.
I think you think too, so.
I mean, I think that's where when I started playing, that's all I did
Yeah.
for a very long time.
Me too. Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Got another one? Where's
Cool.
this person from?
Michigan.
I'm from Michigan. I could do they always say expressway instead of freeway. They say pop instead of soda, or, you want a soft drink? You want a pop? You want a pop? You know what a pop is?
I assume it's a Coke.
It's a Coke or a Sprite.
We just call everything a Coke in South Africa.
Yeah.
So we're different. So Dorian from Michigan says or asks, how much time do each of you put into practicing now, or do you just play with bands? That's a really good question.
It's a really good question. I wish there was a pat answer for me because it's sporadic.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I spend 3 hours a day playing with a band. Sometimes I play 8 hours a day in the studio. Sometimes I play on my own and practice for an hour.
Yeah.
But every day is different. How about you?
The biggest thing for me, and this is the only thing that I'll say because this was the biggest surprise for me. Like the moment that you get to a point where music or drumming actually becomes your job or your career, you have less time to practice, which I never realized. I was like, I just need to get to that point where I can call myself a professional musician. Then I'm going to have 8 hours a day to practice.
And I'd like to add to that. That's a great point. When I was in college, we always did jam sessions. We'd do 8 hours of jam sessions. But then I moved to LA and I started making a living playing, and I realized that some days I was playing in the recording studio for 12 hours. But that really is practice, because remember what I said 5 minutes ago, you play a take with a click, and then you go in and listen. You go, wow, I was ahead of the click. You could see it on Pro Tools. Before the Pro Tools, before it clicks all the time, we'd do a take and we'd go, it's rushing, it's dragging, let's do it again.
Yeah.
And that's the best practice.
Oh, yeah.
When you can hear it right back. So that's kind of like 12 hours of practice, but you're getting paid for it.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if you want to practice stuff like, if you want to do 2 hours of technique, I don't have time.
2 hours of technique.
No,
Really?
but I still have so much to learn in terms of rudiments. Like I know way too few rudiments. So I just unfortunately don't have the time to spend an hour or two on that. And I've been so frustrated because I'm like, I really want to improve, and I feel there's so much space for improvement. But I'm so busy with business and emails and planning and admin and real life and
we're our own lawyers and our own managers.
Everything.
But the good news is, Cobus, there's only 26 essential rudiments. If you spent 15 minutes a day, flamadiddle, paradiddle, rough, double stroke roll, single stroke roll, ratamacue, there's only really 26 of them. Now they're adding the blushta and the hurta, whatever they're calling them. For crying out loud, I don't know what they're calling them, but there's really only 26. You don't need 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you spent 15 minutes a day on your rudiments, man, the way you play, come on. You'd be heavily overqualified.
I want to take some lessons from you.
Okay, come on.
You can tell me, learn these 2 rudiments this week. But the one thing that I want to say is that I think the biggest pointer that I can give you is make sure that you practice so much that when you get the call, you're ready.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to start practicing when you become a professional musician. Like you need to be presentable at that point. Somebody's not going to go, we think you'll be a really good drummer in 6 months.
No.
So then we're going to hire you. They're going to call, are you ready next weekend?
The other
and if you're not ready, you're not ready.
And the other thing I have to say is I know a lot of drummers here in Los Angeles that maybe they got out of college and they could play anything. They could play any style, jazz, rock, punk, brushes, big band. But the one thing that and they can read any chart, but the one thing they haven't done, which is really important in 2014, is let me play you this song and just make some notes and then play it. They give you a legal pad and a Sharpie, and in 2, maybe 3 listens, you've got to write the groove, you've got to write where the fills go on their plastic drum demo, you've got to write how long is the intro, how long is the verse, how long is the B section, how long is the chorus, is there a guitar solo, what fills do you play on this chorus, do you ride the crash, do you play hi-hat, do you go to the bellows cymbal? In 3 listens, you've got to make your own chart and then go play it. And then the producer, so I do that in black Sharpie. The producer might say, okay, now try adding this. So I'll go red Sharpie for the producer. And then the artist goes, I was thinking it'd be great if you could do something more tribal on the toms. So in green Sharpie, tribal, toms, chorus, tung, 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 Georgia the jungle, whatever it is. You got 5 different Sharpie notes for 5 different people asking you how to play it.
Yeah.
And with Pro Tools, okay, give us a wild take. Just be Cobus. Okay, we've got Cobus, now play it like the drum demo. If you can't make your own chart and know what all these guys are asking you, you can't jump off that diving board into the recording session and touring scene that comes out of this town very well. So
That's
it's
a really
important,
good point.
To be ready for that too. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
What's another question?
There's Little Rock? Where's Little Rock?
Little Rock's in Arkansas. A band called Grand Funk Railroad wrote a song about a girl from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Why is it Arkansas and not Arkansas?
I don't know, but that's a good question.
We should ask Obama that. He should tell us.
I have a lot I'd like to ask Obama. Go ahead.
Lionel from Little Rock asks, somebody told me you mentioned how to put a video on YouTube without there being an audio delay. Could you please explain this again? I think that's probably directed at me, maybe.
Come on.
So here's what
It's a microphone.
I see. I see. This is this is how it works on YouTube. Usually, it depends. I'm gonna try and get as least geeky as possible. It depends on the format that you're uploading it in. But depending on the format, YouTube sometimes add a black frame to the beginning of the video, so it moves the video one frame out of sync to the back.
Right.
So you're hearing something before you see it.
Right.
So if your sync is perfect before you upload it, YouTube adds the black frame, sometimes two. Now suddenly you hear the snare drum before you see somebody play it, which makes your brain go, no, like something's way off.
Okay.
Because that's not how it works in real life. Like
It is not how it works.
you always see something before you hear it, even if
Right.
it's a split second.
You
And
enlighten
so,
me.
yeah, so exactly. So if you'd rather, it's rather better to be 2 frames in the front, see somebody hit it, and then you hear the song, the snare actually being played 2 frames afterwards, because your brain is still okay with that. So I'd say it depends on the format. Do some research, but sometimes it's good practice to give yourself to sync everything up, do your edit, and then right before you upload or right before you render, you just kind of give yourself 1 frame of grace. So you just move the video 1 frame ahead of the audio, so that when YouTube adds that black frame, it kind of synchronizes it up. Really good practice as well, especially if you're obsessive like me, is to render out a pass of it, upload it to YouTube, keep it unlisted or private, and then so that nobody sees it, and then do a test. Press play. What does it look like?
Yeah.
Does it look fine? Doesn't it? Then you can actually rip that same video off of YouTube, sync it up with the original, and see what did YouTube do to this video.
Nice.
So there's
You
like
can
all kind of tricks you can use to
get
figure
your
it
own
out.
approval on your own thing.
Totally.
See if you
You don't have one shot. You can do it over and over again.
You know what I'm dying to do?
What
Play
is-
some double drums. And is it true that we have to end in 15 minutes? Do we only have 15 minutes of jamming together? Or can we
Maybe
go
so.
longer than 7?
Ooh.
Probably have to end in 15 minutes. Because I have a lot of drumming I want to do with you.
Oh,
Should we
really?
do more questions, or should we do?
Let's
is that
do.
another question?
We really have 15 minutes. You know what I think we should do? I
Come
think
on.
we should do one more question.
Come on.
If there's one more, if one more question pops up
Can you
within
do
the
this
next 30
accent?
seconds,
Okay.
then
Is there
we're
another
gonna do it.
question?
If no question pops up, we can play.
We're gonna
And maybe
play.
are you gonna play? Gotta play.
Gotta play. We love it.
Okay.
We're gonna take a.
If you insist.
We are gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna
play.
come back. We're gonna play a song called "Warning, Will Robinson, Look What You've Done." Alrighty, and this man, Cobus, is gonna play double drums with me. We'll be right back. Hello, drummers. I'm Gregg Bissonette, and I want to welcome you to this new DVD where we're combining 2 videos I did a while back, Private Lesson and Playing, Reading, and Soloing with the Band. We've titled this Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow because we're bringing back these videos, putting them digitally on DVD from yesterday, today. We've got new lessons about jazz and how to tune your drums. And tomorrow, because I'm so heavily involved with Drum Channel, you can ask me questions. We'll talk about everything on these DVDs, everything that you want to talk about. I had a degree in music education from North Texas State, and I love to impart things about vocabulary and styles, being the most well-rounded drummer you can be to drummers out there. We're going to talk about a lot of different aspects of playing the drum set, different styles of playing the drum set. For instance, different types of rock, different types of Latin, different styles in swing, playing with brushes, double bass, playing a drum solo, for instance, an open drum solo without music, how to play over a vamp with music or tape. And we'll talk about the most important aspect I feel about playing drums is just keeping good time and playing with a real good groove and a lot of conviction. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do is to follow along with this chart. 1, 2, 3. 6 more. I'm going to talk a little bit about tuning your drums. Now watch what happens when I put my first finger in the middle of the snare drum here, and I'm going to... when there's no finger there, you can't tell it as well, but when you put your finger in the middle, it sort of enables you to hear each tension rod separately. I'd like to start off with playing quarter notes on the ride cymbal, because no matter what anybody tells you, the most important part of playing jazz is the ride cymbal. That's what yesterday, today, and tomorrow is all about. I hope you enjoy this, and thanks so much for getting it and checking it out. Hey, we're back on Drum Channel Live. I'm Gregg Bissonette, and I've got my guest, my special guest and friend, Cobus.
What's up?
We are going to play a song right now, and it's a song that's the title song of my new CD that was written and produced by my brother, Matt. And Matt is playing bass on this and singing backgrounds. I'm playing drums, because we're on the drum channel, and singing lead on this one. But anyway.
Doing a really good job, by the way.
Really?
I didn't know you could sing.
I didn't either.
You
No.
can sing, man.
Oh, buddy,
That's
thank
really
you.
good, yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm no Dave Grohl. I don't have a very good scream, but I love to sing. I always sang background, so my
It
brother
sounds
said,
great.
you're singing lead.
It sounds
We had
great.
one CD we did about 10 years ago called Submarine, and I sang on that, but this is pretty much every song except for one,
Yeah.
singing lead, and it's so much fun, man.
That's cool.
It's such a blast, and this song is you could think of it in 3/4, or you could think of it in 12/8. We chose Chris Brady, my great friend that wrote out these great charts for me, these cheat sheet charts. We talked about it and we said, let's write it out in 12. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, we wrote it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 2, 3. So it's like slow 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. There's your intro, and then we're in. So the count is 1, 2. It's a very slow count. So, like we talked about, song form and playing the song, this is a pop song, and it's in slow 4 or 3. So the verse goes through, and it's kind of a tighter hi-hat. You'll see that we're going to play off each other. And when I get the honor of playing double drums with my favorite drummer ever, Ringo, I'm looking at him all the time, and I'm looking to see, is he going to do a fill? Because if he's doing a fill, I do not want to be anywhere near my toms doing a fill. I want to go, yeah, he's over here for me. Yeah, okay, you're Ringo. Play the fill. And so I'm staring at his snare drum, trying not to, making sure we don't flam, and just playing with my hero drummer. So playing double drums, when you're playing drums with someone who's sympathetic and who loves song form, is really easy. And it's really easy with Cobus because we're just hearing the song. I'm checking out the chart because the chart's on the drum channel right now. And again, you can download these charts for free from my website. But in doing so, please buy the CD from iTunes, from Amazon.com. Please buy the CD. And it's not much. I think it's like $10 or something. For 2 CDs, you got a drum play along one with no drums, and you've got the one with drums.
Super cheap.
Super cheap. Come on.
Yeah.
And so you're getting these charts free for 8 songs. So anyway, I'll be looking at the chart to make sure we're kind of in the line of what's on the chart here. But we're going to do, the verse, tighter hi-hat, closed hi-hat, B section, a little more maybe on the ride or open hi-hat, chorus, wash in the crash. We've got some stops, and we've got a drum solo because it's my solo album and no one was there to say no. So I'll play a little bit, Cobus can play a little bit. We don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to look at each other and vibe off each other and just jam. And more drummers should play double drums. More drummers should play in bands these days because there aren't as many bands playing in garages and basements as there were when I was a kid. But we're going to have fun jamming double drums together. And then we've got an ending where it goes back to the accordion. And then we come in. And that'll be the end of our show. So thank you for listening to this song and getting a feel for it. And
It's so much fun. I'm just right now trying to just calm myself and enjoy it like we did when we played beforehand because I'm playing with Gregg Bissonette, who's such a legend. So
come on.
now I'm so looking forward to it. It's amazing. You guys wish you were sitting where I'm sitting. I'm so honored. It's going to be so much fun.
Thank you, Cobus. Well, this is a blast. So this starts off with kind of 4 bars out. and there's a little kind of accordion. Ding, 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 ta, ding, 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 ding. So we'll know where to come in. You know, the good thing about the CD, that's the one that doesn't have any drums on it, is there's a click track that always starts you out. And then this will be the end of our show once we play this. So I want to let you know one more time about my Groove Camp that's happening March 14th, 15th, and 16th in beautiful, scenic Thousand Oaks, California. Please go onto my website and sign up for the Groove Camp. There's no age limit, no playing level that you have to have. We're just going to have a blast. 24 hours of drumming. Please get the CD from my website as well, and also from Amazon.com and iTunes. And please check out Ventura Lights music and CD, and hopefully tour soon.
Oh, yes, please. That would be amazing.
Yeah, man. Quibus, a big hand for Quibus, guys. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you.
I'm honored that you're doing this with me.
Cool, man.
I want to thank Don and everybody at Drum Channel for having us, and thank you all for watching. I have my Gregg Bissonette Drum School here at Drum Channel. Please check out and subscribe to that if you can. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go.
In the sun. Warren Will Robinson, look what we've done. Normal and madness, a race in the sun. Guilty while pleading our case face to face. Sure we'll be relevant, sure we will be lost in space. Come around. Morning, Will Robinson, look what we've done. Normal and madness, a race in the sun. Guilty while pleading, our case face to face. Sure will be relevant, sure we will be lost in space.
Brother, thank you
That's so much fun. Flip.
much. What a blast.
Thank you.
That's what playing double drums can be. A lot of fun when you
that's
play
so
with a guy
rad.
like this.
That was so rad.
So great.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
guys.
Thank you so much. See you next time on the Drum Channel.
Sweet.
Hi, Neil Peart here, and welcome to the Drum Channel.
Drum channel?
Yeah. Did you see that? Drumchannel.com.
We're just having a great time here at the Drum Channel, jamming and making music.
Hi, I'm Gregg Bissonette, and welcome to Drum Channel. I'm going to show you how the best drummers in the world can help you to become a better all-around drummer. Our exclusive live and on-demand weekly lessons are created for players and instructors covering all skill levels. You can quickly and easily navigate over 500 lessons that will help you get faster, improve your groove, and add tons of beats and fills to your drumming vocabulary. Drum Channel Live and on-demand shows are another great way to learn. We have drummers interviewing other drummers, band concerts, jams, and you can get your questions answered live. Speaking of questions, DC Feedback is where you can submit a video or question anytime, and you will get an answer from a drummer on our faculty. Check out our library of lessons and shows and meet your incredible Drum Channel faculty. So I think this is one of the most unbelievable things about Drum Channel. When you join our passionate, exclusive drumming community, you get unlimited and instant access to our lessons and live shows with the best drummers in the world, all for just a few pennies a day. You can enter your email address to get one free weekly lesson, or just sign up now. And in just a few minutes, you'll be learning from me and my great friends Terry Bozzio, Chad Smith, Neil Peart, Peter Erskine, and many great drummers here at Drum Channel. See you around the campus.